everybody, and welcome to Relatively Gaming. My name is Turn-Based TJ, aka TJ, and I'm joined by a little bat creature.
Little bad.
A little bat from Dispatch, I am told. I don't know. I've never played the game.
Yes.
And I was told that by Enigma 9011, aka Brett. How you doing today, Brett?
Well, I probably sound lovely and all stuffed up. This week has been an adventure, folks. I don't know what's going on, but oof. I feel better than I did. But it's been a up and down roller coaster with this thing. So, okie dokie. How are you doing, TJ?
I'm doing great. I feel myself coming out of a funk, coming out of a
Oh, good.
depression or whatever. So I feel very happy, very bright. So it's a good day, and it's the weekend. Oh man, what more could you ask for?
That's true.
Uh, But here at Relatively Gaming, we talk about all things Relatively Gaming. We talk about some gaming news. We talk about the games that we've been playing. We talk about a mystery section, a dreaded mystery section, and then we talk about what a future game, a game that we're interested in playing in the future. So let's just get right into the gaming news. What do you have for us for news today, Brett?
Hi. I decided not to be too negative this week, but it is gaming news, so it is kind of a tradition, unfortunately. So I'll talk about one that hits a little close to home. This comes from Insider Gaming and Mike Straw over there. Exclusive WWE 2K developers hit hardest by Visual Concepts layoffs, and this happened
Ooh.
today, as of recording. The layoffs at Visual Concepts appear to have hit the WWE development team more than those working on NBA 2K. Insider Gaming has learned that though the layoffs were company-wide, the teams working on WWE games have been hit the hardest. That includes both the main WWE 2K team and those who worked on 2K25's Netflix edition. As far as how many people were caught up in the layoffs, multiple sources have said that it wasn't insignificant. None were comfortable providing an actual number. However, for fear of underestimating. Going back to the WWE 2K25 Netflix edition, despite it performing well in terms of downloads and reviews, sources within Netflix said that those in charge felt it didn't meet expectations. One source said bluntly they expected it to be something it was never designed to be, a mobile game. Sources say that despite promises from management at Take-Two painting a rosy picture of everything being fine, that wasn't truly the case. Quote, leadership lied the whole time, saying the game was fine and great, unquote, one source said. After the release of the Netflix edition, Netflix opted not to renew its deal with Netflix for Netflix editions of WWE 2K26 or 2K27, and that left an entire team without projects moving forward. Quote, Netflix got their pop on the charts, unquote, another said. Insider Gaming reached out to Netflix and Take-Two for comment, but did not receive a response from either party before publication. And then they ask, what do you think the team being hit by the layoffs? Leave your thoughts down below. So yeah, this is a bummer. I mean, layoffs, nonetheless, anywhere is going to suck. Yeah, I haven't played the Netflix edition that they're talking about here, but it does seem like an alternate option compared to the mainline game, something that you could do through the Netflix streaming service. And I don't know what Netflix has done in terms of like Netflix gaming, and how much they pursued that, but this seemed to be an avenue for it. So yeah, this is just I don't know, another hit. I know 2K26 has met mixed reactions this year. Like, I like it, but we've talked about it in the past with the Ringside Pass and how they were rolling out their DLCs this year. It was very
Right.
controversial. They've backtracked on it very quickly and adjusted based on fan feedback. So I don't know if it's just like another layer of this cake of like, things aren't going our way this year. Unfortunately, we gotta start trimming here. Yeah, just sucks big time. Hopefully those people can land on their feet somewhere quickly.
Yeah, it strikes me as odd that Netflix even has targets for their gaming platform. I didn't think that Netflix gaming was that big of a platform. So for them to already have targets for popularity and stuff on there seems a little ridiculous to me. But
Yeah, I don't know if it was just like the WWE licensing and like, oh, well, they made the deal. So Netflix has a deal with one of WWE's main shows, Monday Night Raw. So Raw exclusively streams on Netflix, and that's been happening since January of this year. No, January
okay.
of last year, excuse me. Um, so it's been going for a while there, and I don't know if they just thought, well, obviously this is bringing us numbers, and the WWE's fan base is pretty huge, so why not get a game directly attached to our streaming platform. That will help. But yeah, I don't know how many people tried it out because, like I said, you have the main game right there. Maybe this was intended for more casual audiences or whatever, but that's also something in terms of the strength of Netflix gaming. I don't know how strong it is, like you were saying, of at least for me, whenever I pop on Netflix, there's never like a clear gaming section. Like it feels like it's
Right.
a Easter egg hunt to go and find it. So,
Yeah, finding gaming on Netflix is like trying to find a live on YouTube. Like you really got to search it out. You
Yeah.
got to be in the search mode for it. So
Definitely.
yeah, that's a little disheartening to hear, especially because they said that NBA 2K wasn't hit as hard.
As hard, yeah. So, I mean, still layoffs there, but in comparison, yeah, they held on to that license a little stronger, or kept people there.
Yeah, and that makes me curious as well. I know we talked about it months ago about the Warner Brothers acquisition by Netflix. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with that story. I don't know if that all went through or not, or if there was like a different buyer.
Sure, it did not go through. Last I know Paramount had made a decent bid, and that was the last I knew in terms of like where it was in the status. I don't know if Netflix completely dropped out or if just all discussions overall have kind of halted amongst various buyers. But yeah, that was the last I knew that Paramount at least had put their foot in the door of like, hey, we're interested.
Okay, because I was gonna say that strikes me. If Netflix cares this much about their gaming side of things, that would make sense. Where like they actually are trying to put like Mortal Kombat on
Right.
Netflix, but since that deal didn't go through, I guess that's a moot point.
Sure. Well, we'll see. It's an ongoing story, at least in terms of that, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, that was my only negative piece of news. The rest are either funny or actually, are cool things that are happening. For example, this first one's just funny. This comes from PC Gamer and Morgan Park over there. Valve snuck a Wilhelm screen Easter egg into the new Steam controller. So now you can drop that $100 controller if you want to have a laugh. From Morgan. Awesome. Valve, you cheeky bunch. It wasn't enough to stand out by doubling down on touchpads, going in on all gyro, and sporting TMR joysticks. The new Steam controller also has an Easter egg. As discovered by Reddit user RF3D19 this week, the $99 gamepad is capable of expressing panic. When suddenly dropped, the device occasionally lets out a wailing Wilhelm scream. You know the one. When PC's gamer Josh Wolin strolled into the chat room to share this discovery with the rest of the class, I was doubtful. Anyone could have faked the sound effect in this brief 2-second video or especially modded their controller to scream, but others in the Reddit thread insisted it's legit. I wasn't terribly excited to conduct my own test with the controller I just opened last week, but everyone insisted I'd get a Wilhelm from even light drops onto a padded surface. I can confirm the Steam controller screams. It's really quiet, and you need to drop it from so high that you'll question if your couch is actually soft enough to break its fall, but this thing will scream. So, yeah. I just thought, it's funny, but yeah, like Morgan was saying here, let me drop this $100 thing just to hear it scream and not have it break. Whatever.
So wild that they put that in there, because can you imagine if you actually broke your controller and then you're like, oh, funny that it screamed, I guess, but right. I broke it.
Yeah. So I thought we all deserved a laugh there. I'm going to keep the smiles going, especially on my face. This comes from Eurogamer and Fran Ruiz. The Liza P sequel enters full-scale development. Developer NeoWiz says it's working on another Souls-like and a narrative RPG. Let's see. Okay, you need to stop, my guy. Let's see. This comes from May 12th was the original story. Liza P continues to be one of the most celebrated Souls-like made outside of From Software, and we've known for over 2 years a sequel is happening. Now we've learned it's entered the vertical slice stage. No idea what that is. Publisher developer NeoWiz's Q1 2026 earnings report confirmed the second game has reached the full-scale dev phase. But at the time of writing, the report has it limited to vertical slice step. A vertical slice is a small demonstrable. I'm so sorry.
Demonstrable.
Thank you. Portion of a game that's meant to represent what the full game will be like, usually used to convince executives about a game's overall direction and vision. Okay, makes sense. NeoWiz is clearly interested in expanding the IP and turning it into an enduring franchise, but details are being kept secret for now. Perhaps more interesting is the update on the status of known... Oh, Jesus, I'm reading too fast and sick. I'm so sorry. Is the update on the status of Project Windy, another Souls-like RPG from Kay Lee, who directed Vindicus at Nexon, that's now in the prototype stage. It's not the first time we've read about it, but we now know it's been progressing steadily too. Meanwhile, the narrative RPG dubbed Project Rubicon. Oh my god, we are just going on tangents left, right, and center. Okay, that's it. So Liza P2 being worked on. Hell right. Yeah. I'm a little sad that it's only now just kind of getting the squeaky wheels in motion, but, you know, I'd rather they take their time and, you know, make it good so I can wait. And I guess they did also just release the DLC last year, so I can't be too up my butt and being like, ooh, come out faster.
Yeah, it sounds like they're just now entering like some serious development cycle for it, so it's probably going to be a couple years.
Yeah, bummer. Anywho, on a strange piece of news that I don't think many of us expected from the fighting game scene, this comes from IGN and Vicky Blake. Former Tekken lead Katsushiro Harada set up's own company, Versus Studio. Former Tekken director Harada has established his own game development company, Versus Studio. Drawing on his 31 years of experience at Bandai Namco, Harada has teamed up with the SNK Corporation, the developer and publisher best known for its Neo Geo system and fighting games like The King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, and Samurai Showdown, to found a studio that is, quote, beyond tradition and crafted to perfection, unquote. The Versus part of the newly formed studio's identity has various meanings, reflecting the roots of video game software design, games, in other words, as well as versus. Okay, so I'm making it versus, my bad, in the sense of taking on a challenge. According to Harada, it also holds multiple other meanings, symbolizing innovation and competition too, including visionary standard, volition shift, and vanguard spirit. Okie dokie. Quote, we will combine technology, sensibility, and world-class expertise to pursue the ultimate, end quote. Harada, who will lead the company as both representative director and CEO, said, quote, from a free, open, and spacious environment, we will generate new ideas and create memorable games. We established a studio to bring this vision to life, end quote. So yeah, big news there in the fighting game community, because Harada left the Tekken and Bandai Namco not too long ago, at least it felt like. So to hear that he's now opening his own studio, I thought he was setting sail and retiring after 31 years in the business, but seems like he hasn't had enough, and he's back into it. Do you have any thoughts on Harada making a comeback into the video game industry?
I don't hear no bell. That's what he said. He's still going to work, that man. So that's good. I'm excited. I think there's like a renaissance of fighting games right now. In a way, in the past like 5 years or so. So to have a diversity in the fighting game space is always a good thing, especially because you were talking about the Neo Geo games like Fatal Fury and stuff. Fatal Fury's back, you know, so it's like there's all these different games that are back. The Avatar game's coming out. Invincible Versus just came out. You know, they're confirmed that they're working on another Mortal Kombat game and an Injustice game. So Street Fighter's going strong. Tekken 8 is still going strong. So to have this much diversity in the fighting game scene is only a good thing. Guilty Gear Strive. I mean, I could just keep going on. There's just so many good games out right now. So
yep.
It's really good for the industry as a whole.
Definitely. All right. This one is coming from Polygon. And Ollie Welsh, I wanted to bring up this piece of news for you specifically, but also our viewers who don't have a Switch 2. Ahead of the Switch 2 price increase, Nintendo's switching up the game bundles. You can now pick one of 3 games with a surprising inclusion. Article proceeds, if you're thinking about grabbing a Switch 2 in the next few months before Nintendo raises the price, you're about to have some more options when it comes to game bundles. From early June, Nintendo will offer a choice of 3 bundles, or rather a single bundle, which offers a choice of 3 games. The Nintendo Switch 2 Choose Your Game bundle will include a download code that can be redeemed for a digital copy of either Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or Pokemon Pokopia.
Pocokia.
Yeah, the bundle will
I
cost
mispronounced that.
the bundle will cost $499.99, the same price as the Mario Kart World bundle that launched with the system. Effectively, you're getting the game for $50, a savings of $20 to $30 depending on the title. From September 1st, that's how much you'll pay for a Switch 2 with no game included. It's a decent deal, then, allowing you to choose from 3 high-quality games, even if none of them is quite the gold standard system seller as Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza were Nintendo's 2 big first-party games from the Switch 2's launch period. Pokemon Pokopia is a more interesting inclusion. What do you mean interesting? No, I'm just kidding. It's a spin-off, not a mainline Pokemon game. And in Japan, it is technically published by the Pokemon Company and not Nintendo itself. But the game has been a sleeper hit, surprising even Nintendo with the strength of its sales. In a recent set of financial results, Nintendo revealed that Pokopia had sold over 4 million copies in just 5 weeks. I doubt Nintendo expected that it would be touting Pokopia as a system-selling bundle, but its appeal to the certain vintage of nostalgia Pokemon fans, which is stronger, arguably, than the Pokemon Legends ZA, makes it a perfect fit. So yeah, just wanted to pass that news on to you guys. If you're looking for a Switch 2 still before that price increase, now might be the chance. Well, June might be the chance to take a swing on that. And then, yeah, you get a game bundled with it. Obviously, the Mario Kart World one is already available. But if you were like, yeah, not really feeling the racing, and you want to go more the DK route or the Pokemon route, it's nice that you have that option now.
Yeah, and technically, I just want to say you do save more money if you get the Mario Kart bundle, just by the fact that Mario Kart is $80. But
Yeah.
Copia and Donkey Kong, pretty good games. So
Pretty good. And I got one more piece of news. I'd like to give a shout out to our friends over at 6-1 Indie. The 6-1 Indie Showcase is going to be airing on May 21st. So as of this podcast dropping, that'll be this Thursday at 12 noon Eastern. They are touting a 61 game showcase with a showtime of 93 minutes. So our friends Mike and Kyle over there and the rest of the team have put a lot of hard work into that. So I'd like to, send you on their way. Please go show your support. Comment nice things, wishlist games that you see that you think are cool, and just support some great, awesome folks with their project here. This will be Mike's, as I brought it up, Mike Towndrow's last showcase with 6-1 Indie. This is kind of his swan song as he's fully moved over his GDQ, Games Done Quick position. But nonetheless, 6-1's going to continue past this. But we want to celebrate what they're accomplishing on Thursday and what they've accomplished so far. So please go show your support.
absolutely.
And that's it for me, TJ. What do you got for news this week for us?
I've got 3 pieces I have more than 3 pieces of news, but I have 3 pieces of news that apply specifically to you and I.
Hey.
And I thought you were going to call one of them out.
I didn't want to steal it from
which
you.
is, yeah, Cyclops. They put Cyclops in Marvel Rivals. They did it. The Mad Lads. They finally put Cyclops in Marvel Rivals. I've been begging them. I've been pleading. I said, hey, please, it's a shooting game. Man shoots laser beams out of his face. Put him in the game. But they finally did. I thought it was today, but you corrected me. Devil Dinosaur is also in this season, and he is the one that is launching today, which is also going to be pretty interesting. I'm mostly excited about Cyclops, and I'm sorry that I just peaked the audio, but man,
No,
Cyclops is Cyclops is so exciting for me. I'm so glad that I can play so many different mutants in Marvel Rivals. And now the fact you're telling me I can play as Gambit and Cyclops, yeah, we're having a good time. So that comes out in a couple months, or was it a month and a half? Usually when they do that.
Like you said, the new season starts today as a podcast recording with Devil Dinosaur, Cyclops, and the mid-season drop is apparently going to be on June 12th. So a month from now.
June 12th.
I believe so.
That's 2 days after my birthday. Happy birthday, play Cyclops.
There
yeah.
you go.
Be very exciting. You looking up the date?
Yeah, I just double checked. It is a Friday, so yeah, it looks like it's the June 12th.
Friday.
The June 12th.
All right. Woo! Yeah, literally my dream character being put into Marvel Rivals, so I couldn't be happier about that. So I just wanted to get that off off the rip, get that excitement out,
Hell yeah.
because yeah, I was very excited when I saw that. Um, Another thing I'm very excited about is a game that you and I have both enjoyed to some extent, but Absalom
Hmm.
got a new update and
Oh,
they finally added crossplay.
hey.
So you and I can play Absalom together at some point. Now I can play on myself.
Finally.
I'm gonna have to buy a Nintendo Switch Online account again, but you know,
Oh,
it's like $4, I think, so not too bad.
is it?
Yeah, it's like $4 for a
I don't
month.
remember.
It's $20 for a year, I think. I don't know. Don't let me. I'm not advertising for Nintendo here on this podcast,
It could be. I just
but
don't remember.
but yeah, so that's exciting. New Absalom update. It's good to see that the devs are still hacking away at that game because I think it's a great game. I think it's a great platform and stuff. I would love to see like bulkier DLC for it too. Like it would be really cool if they added like whole new sections in the map or something like that. But just adding crossplay alone is really cool because now I don't have to buy the game a second time. I can just keep playing it on my Switch and you and I can play
Mhm.
together. So that's pretty cool. Um, and then the third one that applies to both of us is Marvel Tokon.
Hmm.
New information about Marvel Tokon comes out, and it is confirmed that there will be a 10-hour playable story mode called Episodes with moving comic images.
Cool.
We were just talking about this 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, about how like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get Marvel Tokon. Like maybe if you get it, we can play against each other, but otherwise, it seems like it's gonna be very thin in the single player experience. There's at least 10 hours of story mode there, so I know it's not like a 40-hour experience or something, but that's really impressive. I did not expect that from these developers, honestly. I expected something more like Dragon Ball Fighters, like what they did
Hmm.
in that game. But no, seems like they're doing a full 10-hour playable story mode. Like I said, it's moving comic images, so I'm not expecting the Mortal Kombat cinematic movies in between each fight, but that's pretty cool,
Mhm.
and it gives you a reason to fight through all the with all the teams and stuff, I imagine. So that's pretty cool. I'm officially excited for Marvel Tokon.
Hmm.
I'm hitching my wagon to them for sure.
Nice.
Can't wait till that comes out. Um, Another positive thing though is just the Telltale Batman Shadows Edition. It's currently free on Epic Games until May 21st.
Hmm.
So if you're listening to this podcast and it's before May 21st, go ahead and get you the Shadows Edition because that's pretty cool. It's a pretty good game. So that's great that it's free. Sometime every once in a while, Epic Games will drop just an absolute gem, and you'd be like, "Well, I gotta pick that up." So that's great. This is coming from Cameron Swan over at Game Rant. It says that Amazon has just confirmed that its Lord of the Rings MMO has been officially canceled. Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO was rumored to have been canceled following the major Amazon layoffs in October 2025, but the company hadn't officially confirmed anything until now. Amazon's first announced it was making a Lord of the Rings MMO back in May 2023, and the game entered its pre-production phase in late 2025. Amazon's now canceled Lord of the Rings MMO would have been the second Middle-earth MMO on the market, with Daybreak's The Lord of the Rings Online still enjoying a sizable player base 19 years after its initial launch.
Woo.
So, I did not know that game was still kicking, to be
I
honest
didn't
with
even
you.
know it was a thing.
So it's great that there's already a Lord of the Rings MMO. So if that sounds cool to you, like if it sounds like you want to play a Lord of the Rings MMO, maybe go try that one. Although it was made in 2007, so maybe the graphics aren't, incredible, but it could be a lot of fun. Could be like World of Warcraft, where it's just these built-in worlds that have so much history and everything. It's really cool. Um, Shigeru Miyamoto took to X to announce that the Zelda's movie has a new release date. Thanks to the production team's hard work, is what he said. The movie's release date has been pushed up on, and the Legend of Zelda movie will now release on April 30th, 2027, one whole week earlier than its scheduled May release date. Um, it's very exciting. I'm a little sad that it's 2027, but April is on the early side of 2027 at least. So I'm very excited for this movie. I have high hopes. Are you excited for this movie at all, or do you think you a little bit of a doubting Thomas on this
I'm
one?
not doubting. Just don't have any excitement for it. It's not like I think it's gonna be bad. It's just I don't have the Zelda footing. So I'm like, yeah, all right, it's cool, but yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I've played a lot of Zelda games, so like I have a lot of nostalgia for it. So I'm like, if it's like 1/10 as good as the games, I'll be like,
There
woo!
you go.
So that's exciting. Um, and then this is by Derek Nichols. In a new blog, Embark Studios discusses the future of Arc Raiders. And for many fans, the biggest piece of news is that the monthly cycle of major updates is coming to an end. While previous Arc Raiders roadmaps were intended to keep the game feeling fresh, Embark admits that the pressure created from nailing these monthly updates isn't sustainable, both for players and the developers. In order to achieve the bigger ambitions that Embark has for the game, the studio is moving to 2 major content releases per year. However, the studio confirms that these updates will be larger in scale, more impactful, and will change how players interact with the game. To hammer home the new release cycle, Embark gave fans an early look at Frozen Trail, the next content release set for an October release. Calling it the biggest update the studio has ever done, players can expect a sprawling new frontier to explore as the largest map, featuring a layered design and new mysteries to uncover. Players can also expect new arc enemies to fight with fresh designs and unique behaviors, new progression goals, and features to dig into, an improved skill tree, as well as answers to some of the bigger questions surrounding the arc machines and where they're actually coming from. Lastly, the update will also add new weapons, gear, cosmetics, and loot. So, I wanted to share that for all of you Raiders out there. That sounds pretty cool that they're going to be doing this huge update in October. That makes me want to get all my ducks in a row before October. I know they do seasonal wipes in extraction shooters where they take all of your gear and stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, Arc Raiders has some mechanic where you can keep some things or something like that. So I'll be excited to at least get my character progression up because they don't take that away season by season. So that's exciting.
Yeah, very cool. And circling back on what they were saying there, how it got like too much on their plate to do like these consistent updates, very quick turnaround and stuff like that. I think that makes a ton of sense. Like going into these projects, you obviously hope for success and like more post launch, right? But to see how Arc Raiders blew up, like, yeah, of course they're not going to be prepped for that quick turnaround that consistently that often. I think this is smart on their case, and I would hope, but it's the internet, I would hope the player base understands that and is like, yes, please take a step back. You know, it's going to be a quality over a quantity thing. You know, if they just kept pushing stuff to push stuff, eventually you're going to lose steam and the player base is going to go away. You want to have it where it's actually meaningful and stuff like that. So I think with them taking this break and taking the approach to the 2 bigger content blocks, I think it's really going to pay off for the team. And I think it will be good. Not to deflect away from Arc Raiders, but I didn't write it down myself, but I think I did see also that Marathon is changing up what they're doing in terms of content. And they have 3 upcoming seasons they talked about, season 3, 4, and 5. And I guess they're adding a player versus environment mode or a PvE mode. So I wonder, I know you were kind of on the fence with both these games where you enjoyed them for a little bit, but then from a single player perspective, it obviously didn't click. I wonder if the PvE would be more enticing over on Marathon's side of things for you.
Yeah, I didn't see that piece of news, but that is intriguing because Marathon in particular is it gets very sweaty with the PvP. Players are really they're very good at that game. So it's really hard to get a footing, and a lot of the guns just do lightning quick damage. So you just by the time you recognize that there are other players in your environment, you're probably already down.
Gotcha.
And that's a shame.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're kind of course correcting on that by adding only a player versus environment only mode, that's pretty cool. That does intrigue me a little bit because fighting the robots is very fun in Marathon. So I'll have to give that another shot. I'll also say that Arc Raiders, to get back into Arc Raiders a little bit, but their player versus environment is, I think, better than Marathon, actually. I like fighting the Arcs more than the robots in, I forget what the robots are called in Marathon. But the fact that they're adding new arcs, they're adding new enemies, and also adding new progression systems, I'm like, yeah, take as much time as you need because the progression systems, I'd already said when we were talking about Arc Raiders before, is like one of the main hooks of that game. Like once you start playing it, you're leveling this up, you're leveling this up, you're leveling this up, you're getting more gear, you're getting all this stuff. So it's a very rewarding game. So the fact that they're gonna make that an even more rewarding experience, like, yes, please sign me up for that, 100%.
Definitely. Oh, excuse me.
Cool. That's all I have for news. So now we can get into the next segment, which is, hey man, what have you been playing?
Hey, man. Sorry, friends and viewers of the channel. I've let you down this week. With me being a sick boy, I did not play much. My intention was to finish mixtape. Apparently, it's like 3 hours. So that didn't happen. I intended to play more Wax Heads. That didn't happen. But I will tell you something that I spent quite a few hours playing, and with one lovely turn-based TJ. I played Mortal Kombat Juan. So TJ will probably talk about it as well, but with our Injustice talks, with our MK talks, he's been jumping back into it, and then I've been like, yeah, sure, I'll read down one because at least that has crossplay, so we can play each other. As we've talked about week on week with fighting games, it's just something we gravitate towards more outside of the single player content. It's just playing each other and not the cesspool of no, it's not a cesspool, but the skill gap of the online matchmaking. So yeah, I jumped back into Mortal Kombat 1. We first played last Saturday, had a good time. The muscle memory of Lee May specifically, she was my go-to and my main in this game, kind of fell back into place. Enjoyed playing her. There was other characters I dipped my toes back into, like Johnny Cage and Scorpion a little bit, where it came back a little bit. I don't think it's come back fully to what at least I had with those characters. Not that it was anything breaking the bank, but you know, some decent strings, stuff like that. Had a great time with our multiplayer session, but then I decided I'm having fun with it. Let me jump back into the invasions mode. There were some trophies I hadn't gotten way back when this launched, and by now you guys know, hey, I kind of like hunting trophies and getting platinums from time to time. And Mortal Kombat 1 was a platinum. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this. And whenever I dropped off, I just didn't end up getting everything. So I have a few trophies left that I've been hunting, and in the invasions mode is mainly my main crux or hang up of where most of it was. So I've been jumping back into that, and I've actually been having fun. It didn't click the first time when the game launched, the invasions mode. I liked that there was the in-game content you could unlock. I did talk about like microtransactions. It seems heavy, but at least this is in-game stuff, so I don't know. Didn't seem super enticing, but at least it was there. And then from a game mode, it's like maps that you're going like a game board from point to point, and every point is like a battle or a tower or it's a challenge with a specific character. And I'm having a lot more fun with that now. I still do think it's a little too easy from time to time, where I feel like I'm just like, okay, yep, here's the same thing I'm doing over and over. Cool, one round, done. Move on to the next thing. But I am having more fun with that, and I've gotten more trophies, and I have decided, okay, I'm going for the platinum now. So I've actually marked out some time. I'm like, okay, I'm going to rip the online Band-Aid trophy off of my arm tomorrow, because there's only one I have left of doing, I think they're called Combat League sets. And luckily, like most fighting games, there's always online trophies strung up with these things. And usually they suck because you usually got to win, right?
Yeah,
Luckily,
right.
Mortal Kombat 1, it's just play 5 sets. So even if I go into these rank sets and I'm going to lose, while it's going to be like bummer, like, oh yeah, I lost, I'm not going to be sitting there bashing my head into a wall of like, I can't just fucking get this thing. So I'm going to, you know, bum myself out for maybe 30 minutes tops, do these sets, get that trophy, and I'll be done. I think I'll have one more online trophy of a King of the Hill, dethroning a king, but I think we could cheese that and do a private setup of that.
Okay.
And then in the invasions mode, I need to do a Titan battle, which I think that is more, that's a little tricky because at least from what I remember at launch, it was like time based, like it only showed up at certain times. I have to do more research into that. But it's funny, probably the last trophies I'll have is doing complete the tutorial, spend an hour in the training room. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So those will probably be the last ones I need to get before the platinum. But that's at least what I've been playing, and is going to be my weekend plans, is getting that platinum, or at least getting more trophies towards it. But yeah, like I said, sorry to let you guys down of not playing too much. Hopefully I'll have more next week with either follow-ups of mixtapes and mixtape and wax heads or some other stuff. How about you, TJ? What have you been playing, my dude?
One. Mortal Kombat 1. I've also been playing Mortal Kombat 1. I have really been enjoying myself. And yeah, like you were talking about the how you don't go into the practice room or the tutorial, and it's like, yeah, if I want to learn the character, I'm gonna go to just like Towers mode, and I'll just play over and over again, and I'll look up the combos, and I'll figure it out while I go. So I'm still a fighting game Philistine where I don't go into the training room, but yeah, no, I've really been enjoying my time. I think this is my favorite Mortal Kombat cast, maybe. I booted up MKX today, actually, just to look at the character selection screen and see who was available. And while I do enjoy that cast a lot, there are a lot of really cool characters in there that I personally enjoy to play in Mortal Kombat, like Kenshi, Ermac, Reptile, all these cool characters. They yeah, they're all in Mortal Kombat 1 as well, which is great. All those characters. You have all seven ninjas. Well, not all seven. There's a couple that are left out, like Tremor, for example. But you have seven ninjas, and you get the two robots, the ketchup and mustard, Cyrax and Sector. And yeah, and then you have a bunch of crazy cool, in my opinion, guest characters and stuff. And I don't know, I just really have enjoyed the character selection of Mortal Kombat 1, and I really enjoy how they play too, because I haven't really enjoyed playing as Reptile in previous games. I love playing as Reptile in this game. He's very fun to play as. It's really cool to see him transform. As you saw, I got that cool skin where it's called Earthrealm Reptile, where it's like him if he was from Earth, so or from Earthrealm. So he's got like a hoodie on and like a leather jacket, and it's very cool. But I also found another cool skin where if you get skins for his original uh like costume, it actually changes the color of the reptile.
Mm.
So when he transforms into a reptile, I have one now where it's like a bright multicolored reptile. So it's very cool. And I found out that you can actually switch favorites. You can favorite skins and then click randomize favorites. So even in a tower, in between matches, it randomizes every single time. So it's really cool. I'm able to switch between a couple cool costumes and stuff like that. And even though it's not as extensive as Mortal Kombat 11, I do enjoy the customization options and stuff, and the character mastery, like being like playing a character to level 20. I got Ghostface to level 20 already, because invasions, like you were talking about, it's a little bit easy, but it like really boosts your character mastery like very quickly. From what I've noticed, at least I've been able to like I was playing with Cyrax earlier this morning, like 6 o'clock this morning, before work, and yeah, I'm like level 12 with Cyrax now, and I only played for like an hour and a half, and the level cap is 20. So
For the DLC characters, it's 20. For the main cast, it's 35.
oh, it's 34. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't know that, so I'm gonna have to keep playing as Reptile then. Thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have
only
to
know that because
keep
I
that
just
in
hit Lee May's cap, so.
Oh, and it was 35.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I will say the invasion's also super easy, but I think the problem was that I went into Towers of Time first
Yeah.
and was messing around with that before I did invasions. So I was already like level 20
Mm.
by the time I started the invasions. And so you're fighting like level fives and stuff, and like you just have such a stat boost that it's like I hit them like 3 times and they die.
Yeah.
But now I'm finally getting to the point where I'm level 30, which I think is the cap, because I haven't been able to level up past that. I'm level 30 and I'm finally fighting like level like 23, 24 fights, and those are actually been a little challenging.
Okay.
Some of them have I haven't lost a single round yet, but like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, wow, that got me into my fatal blow
Sure.
range. Like that's crazy. Yeah. So I do hate the super armor though. We'll say in a lot of fights it seems like they add super armor to the
Uh-oh. Yeah, for like a
to the
modifier to the tower.
yeah, and I can't stand it because it's just they're just invincible. And I'm
Yeah.
punching them and it's like ting ting ting.
Yeah, I haven't hit that wall with Mortal Kombat 1 being that obtrusive, but I do remember that with Mortal Kombat 11. Like, I talked so highly about Injustice 2's towers, right? And then when Mortal
Mhm.
Kombat 11 came out and they had similar, I was like, oh, I'm going to love this. You know, it's Mortal Kombat, which I loved MKX, and now you're taking what I loved in Injustice 2 in terms of gameplay and putting it in 11. I remember hating it in 11. And it was because they had this one that was like blackout and it made the whole screen go black and you're just
Oh, I remember
fighting
that one.
blind. And I'm like, this sucks ass. So, yeah.
Yeah, not great. And speaking of Mortal Kombat 11, I did download Mortal Kombat 11 on my computer and then also purchase it on my Switch.
Oh, shit.
So I've been playing a little bit of Mortal Kombat 11 again. Luckily, somehow my Switch account, I kept all my. I'm on a different Switch with a different game, different copy of the game, and somehow I still have all my character skins and everything. So it must be the Warner Brothers account that you signed into. That must be linked to my Steam or my
That
Switch
makes
account or
sense.
something.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, it's gonna sound like I don't like Mortal Kombat 11. I do enjoy Mortal Kombat 11. I'm gonna play it tonight, actually, while I'm watching a TV show with my
Cool.
sister. I'll be playing Mortal Kombat 11 to be grinding some gear. But going back, looking at the character selection screen of Mortal Kombat X and looking at the character selection screen of Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 11 has the weakest roster, in my opinion. I just really don't jive with too many of the characters. Like, yes, I can play as Baraka and I can play as Kano and stuff, but I don't even really like the way Baraka plays in Mortal Kombat 11 compared to Mortal Kombat 1. So I'm not even enjoying myself that much that way. I do enjoy Scorpion, I will say, is maybe the most funny he's ever been in Mortal Kombat 11 because he's got the katana
Mm.
and it's pretty sick. He's got the katana and he's got the rope dart.
Yeah.
So he's got both, which is really cool. And I've talked to you about these talking points while we were playing Mortal Kombat, but it also feels weird that every character has weapons.
Sure.
So I'm playing as Rain now, and he has like a weird like sai thing that he holds in his arm. It's like a weird blade thing, and it just feels really off in Rain. I know Rain eventually gets a weapon in Mortal Kombat 1 with his staff, but that seemed more appropriate than this like weird hand blade thing that he has.
Sure.
So yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, it's a good game. I think perhaps my rose tinted glasses are not there for that one.
What do you mean you don't like Ronda Rousey, Sonya Blade? Ugh. Jesus Christ.
I like it enough. Oh, come on, you
Nah.
don't like Megan Fox in Mortal Kombat 1 as
No, as Natara? No, I don't.
It's all right. Yeah. Oh, she's my favorite character. I only
Yeah,
play as Natara. I'm
everybody
just
loved
kidding.
her. She flew in for that one scene in the story, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you're here. Okay, bye."
Yeah. And goodbye.
Yep.
Yeah, I think even Ashura got more story than she did.
Yeah, but not much.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird because I remember just going down a little nostalgic road. I was a Switch only gamer for a little while back in 2019 when Mortal Kombat 11 came out. I only had a Switch, and I gotta commend NetherRealm Studios for doing a day and date Switch port of that game, and it's a pretty good port. It looks ugly, but it plays like Mortal Kombat 11, and that's really all you need. Because I played it on PC and I played it on Switch, and I'm like, it plays pretty much the same exact way. It's just the graphics aren't the best on the Switch version, but yeah, I remember I was working at Walmart at the time, and I got off of a late night shift, and I went to a GameStop and got a midnight release for Mortal Kombat 11. And I remember when I got up there, everybody was getting the PlayStation and Xbox versions. When I got up there, he was like, "Oh, Switch. Oh, okay." And then I had to go into the back and get the Switch version for me. So I think I might have
Why
been the
wouldn't
only
they have
person
that
there for the
prepped?
Switch version. Yeah, you would think they'd have it prepped. I think I was the only one there for the Switch version. So, but it was cool. I want to give them props for that, and it's a very good port. So, if you have a Switch and you're interested in Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch is a viable way to play the game, play the franchise. And I feel like when that game came out, I was obsessed with it.
Hmm.
I played it to death. I had I was grinding all the gears and so gears. Yeah, grinding all the gear and going into the crypt and everything like that. The crypt is about 11. I'm very glad they removed it in Mortal Kombat 1 because it is annoying to go back through the
Oh,
crypt.
dude, like for all I shit about blah, 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 shit talk about 11, 11 is like the dream game in terms of like its story. Not gonna say anything. The crypt
Mhm.
and the nostalgia factor. That crypt is so awesome. Yes, it gets tedious at times of like trying to
Yeah.
figure things out, but like walking around the temple where they fight, going to different areas. the movie references and tie-ins throughout the game. I loved that crypt. I don't know if they can ever like do better than that. Like MKX crypt, oh, I hated it because I'm a weak guy and there's jump scares in that one. And I'm like,
Oh.
but 11, I'm like, this is great. There's so much nostalgia and everything. So when they didn't bring it back in one, I was like, oh man, they're not even gonna try anything. You just got the little fire out back, breathing fire onto your coins to unlock things. Bummer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, so that is a big grade compared to 11. Just you pay 1,000 gold and then you get like one item and you're like, oh, okay. I hope it's not Kung Lao's hat because I hate playing as Kung Lao.
right.
So
Yeah, maybe that's what a big thing of my negativity towards 11 is there was so much hype going into it of like characters, the nostalgia factor, the story, that when the gameplay, while good, just didn't hook me as much as the others. I was like, bummer. So, yeah.
yeah, the gameplay in 11 feels a little sluggish. The combos really don't connect as well as you would like. It's not as fluid, but I do really enjoy Mortal Kombat 11. All this was to say that I got obsessed with Mortal Kombat 11 when I played it, and then I got obsessed with Mortal Kombat X when we played it back in the day. We
Yeah.
ran out to that Walmart and grabbed it, and then
Yep.
I just played it for like months and months after you had left and gone back to New York. And now I'm getting that same feeling with Mortal Kombat 1. I'm 3 years late to the party. I think either my computer was on the fritz or I couldn't afford it because I was unemployed at the time. But for whatever reason, I could not play Mortal Kombat 1 when it came out. So now that I'm playing it now, that's $10. I'm really I've really been enjoying it. I've got that Mortal Kombat fever, that fatality itch in me to to go through and level up all the characters and do all the stuff. I just keep picking up characters. I can play as like 6 characters now. So that's the thing. There's 35 characters on the roster, and I'm like, I do want to play as this character though. Like I'd love to play as Smoke better, but I'm just
Yeah.
not good with Smoke. So it's like, oh, cool. I'd love to play as Ermac, or I'd love to play as Noob Saibot, or just all these characters. So I've been having a good time. Just like every time I get bored, I put 71 hours into the game in 2 weeks, which is not great because like that's like a full-time job. But yeah, every time I'm like feel myself being like, I don't know, I'm a little bit bored. I'm like, let me pick a different character, and then
Sure.
I all of a sudden it reinvigorates the game, and I'm like very excited about it again because I do hit that ceiling, that plateau of like my skill level where I'm like, well, I'm not gonna really get much better than this with this character. So it's always fun to pick up a new character, and like I said, that cast is so good.
Mhm.
So I know Mortal Kombat 1's a little bit of a controversial game. Some people don't really like it in the franchise or not, but I've been having a good time, and I love the brighter aesthetic of it. After Mortal Kombat 11 and X are they're very dark games.
Oh, yeah. X is very dark.
Yeah, yeah, they're very brutal games, which I do love. Like, yeah, I would love to play Mortal Kombat X again, and I'm probably going to this upcoming week so I can like start to learn the character again because I don't remember anything in that besides the Xenomorph. I remember how to tail whip
Mhm.
because it was very cheap. I think it was like YYX. But yeah, everything else I don't remember how to do. So I'll have to do that. But yeah, I've just been playing Mortal Kombat, various different Mortal Kombats, just been going through and playing as them. I think that's all my thoughts on Mortal Kombat. I'll probably have more and pinch myself later. But while we're talking of Mortal Kombat, it's time to get into our mystery section, which is not very much a mystery anymore because I just spoiled it. It's a Mortal Kombat questionnaire.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because Brett, you know Mortal Kombat, right? You know your Mortal Kombat very well.
I feel like I do, but I also was very late to this party, and like X was my first one. And then through Maximilian Dude, I know we shout out those guys in video games quite often. Through their videos, and then going back to 9, I've played 9 up to 1, which I know sounds weird, but like
Yeah.
I don't know anything before that, or at least have a close connection to that. So like I know the stories of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, because 9 rehashed it all and did a whole timeline thingy. But so kinda.
Okay, good. I think outside of one question, which doesn't have anything to do with the in-game things, it's like outside of the game. I think all of the questions are pertaining to Mortal Kombat 9 through 1.
The current timeline, or sorry, the almost current timeline, because things
Okay, so they
happen.
rebooted it again.
Yeah.
They rebooted it again.
Yeah, yeah,
And now timelines are out to get you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah. So Mortal Kombat questionnaire, we'll see how well you do. I never paid you your $4 from last time.
Yeah.
So this time, if you get 18 or more correct, there's 25 questions. I will provide you with $3 in addition to the original 4. So that's $7.
Just got a bank account with you.
Yes. So yeah, I've got my pen ready to go, and I've got my notepad. So we're gonna tally this up.
Cool.
And here we go. And the last 5 questions, as always, are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last 7 questions, as always, are lightning round questions.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, question number 1: true or false? Quan Chi was directly responsible for manipulating Scorpion into believing that Sub-Zero murdered his family and clan.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're getting right into the lore.
Yeah. Because I haven't played Mortal Kombat 9 in a while. Why was there... Well, I know the family thing was the beef, but was Quan Chi... Oh, damn, that sounds right. I'll say true.
Correct.
Bastard Quan
I need like a
Chi.
buzzer too.
We can edit it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that'd be so many dings though for there. 27 dings. Oh yeah, I said there's 25 questions. There's 30 questions.
There's an amount of questions that we will go
There's
through.
an amount of questions. There's 13. You only have to get 18 right. So there's 30 questions. So
All right, cool.
that's only slightly more than half. True or false? Smoke was originally intended to be a palette swap of Scorpion before becoming his own character.
Oh. Well, I mean, all the ninjas are palette swaps, technically. I'll say true.
False.
Damn.
True or false? Kenshi became blind after opening a cursed tomb under Shang Tsung's influence.
Ooh. Oh, crap. Okay. If that's the case, that is before the rewrite, I think. Oh, son of a
Yes,
bitch.
in Mortal Kombat 1, he becomes blind in a completely different way.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, now we're getting confusing territory. Okay, when did this game release? Hold on. When did this game release?
2023.
Thank you. Okay, so the 2023 version of Mortal Kombat 1 and the newest timeline, yes, that's a whole different thing. I'm not thinking about that. Yee. See, I remember Old Man Kenshi in Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat 9, he was DLC, so I don't even know if they went over any of his lore in there, but they would have had to. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, Kenshi became blind after opening a cursed tomb under Shang Tsung's influence.
Son of a gun. Okay, well, this is a gray area of lacking of knowledge, because I do not remember. So I'll trust my gut and say true.
Correct. Okay, I lied to you. This is a question about Mortal Kombat 2, so...
Oh, that's fine.
apologies. This is true or false? Stryker first appeared in Mortal Kombat 2.
Stryker in 2. I feel like Stryker wasn't until MK4, so I'm going to say false.
Correct. Yeah, he wasn't until MK4.
Oh, shit. Look at me go.
True or false? Kotal Khan belongs to the Osh-Tech race.
That is true, and he is a fantastic character.
Yeah, Kotal Khan is sick. I'm kind of I love the cast of Mortal Kombat 1, but that's one omission where I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
give me
and I
Kotal
get
Khan.
it for the rewrite, but yeah, it would have been nice to see him there.
Yeah, he's become a fan favorite, but that's
Glad
why
he made a comeback in 11. That was nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
And his
I actually liked him
redesign,
more.
the headdress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll pick up Kotal Khan in Mortal Kombat 11. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Maybe. I don't
He
know.
plays a little better, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an easy one. Bihan is the original identity of Noob Saibot.
Yeah, true.
True, yeah.
Remember that from the movie. And other things.
I was to say, and all the games.
No,
yeah.
I know, but that was the most recent point where they're like, oh, by the way.
True or false? Melina was created by Shang Tsung as a Tarkatan clone hybrid of Katana.
True. My waifu.
True. Raiden becomes mortal at the end of Mortal Kombat 11.
True, and spoiler, he gives Liu Kang his powers to become the Thunder Fire God.
The Thunder Fire. He gets blue, red fire. True. Yeah, correct. Question number 9. Fujin is the god of fire.
No, he's the god of wind, so false.
False. Correct. You can play as Fujin in Mortal Kombat 11, right?
Yeah, he's DLC in that one.
DLC, yeah. Okay, here's a question about your favorite character in the entire franchise. No matter which game we're talking about, this is your favorite character. Nitara originates from the realm of Maternus.
The realm of what?
Maternus.
Maternus? That's not a realm.
The realm of Returnus.
No, she's from Nether Realm, I'm guessing. No, she's either from Nether Realm or Outworld. Regardless, false.
It was true. She's from Returnus.
Oh, I should have known that. That's in the fucking blood thing that's going on right now.
Right now, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I think you go to Returnus.
Yeah, the last or at least they bring it up. Yeah, fucking shit.
Number 11, true or false? The famous Toasty sound effect was voiced by series co-creator Dan Forden.
I believe that's true.
That is true. And I got to say Toasty. So that was fun. Although usually I say whoopsie. True or false? Bo Rai Cho trained both Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
Somehow, yes, true.
somehow as a drunkard.
Yeah, the man who farts and vomits everywhere in his moveset somehow trained those two.
It was out of shape, but somehow he
yeah, which I mean, that's fine. It happens to us all, but like, Jesus, dude.
Okay. True or false? Onaga was known as the Dragon King.
True.
True.
Is he also Mortal Kombat 4?
I don't know when Onaga's from.
Okay.
Onaga. Mortal Kombat, the Dragon King. Games. That'd be great if you could tell me the games. Deadly Alliance.
Okay. So that was PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
During that fun time that everybody
the 3D fighters.
Kombat. Yeah. True or false? Kenshi dies before the timeline is reset in Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, fuck.
I will just say, as a hint, he's not in Mortal Kombat 11. You can't play as Kenshi.
Wait. No, I guess you can't. Okay, so you're saying he died. The question is, he died before the timeline reset?
Yeah.
Okay, so this would be, if he's not in 11, so this is Mortal Kombat 10 lore. Oh man, I gotta think of my darkness and my past with all those non-lit scenes. Crap. I feel like he survives, because I feel like there would have been some kind of angry redemption moment with Takeda. And to be honest, the Mortal Kombat kids all kind of shit bricks, except for Cassie. So I'm going to say false.
That is false, correct. Yeah, and I put that question in there because I misremembered. I thought that Kenshi died because you can find a body that looks kind of like Kenshi in the crypt in Mortal Kombat 11.
That is true, yep.
But it's never confirmed that he dies.
That's where you get jump scared. You put that fucking blindfold on and then come, jeez!
Yeah. Yeah, he's just not a playable character in 11 for whatever reason, but not dead though. Okay, I lied again. There's more questions in here about the PlayStation 2 era. Shujinko is the protagonist of Mortal Kombat Deception's Conquest mode.
Ooh. This will be a blind guess because all I know of Shujinko is he's a cameo fighter in the 2023 version of Mortal Kombat 1. So let's say true.
True.
Woohoo!
You are at 14, by the way.
Sweet.
So you've seen 4 more. True or false? Rain was partially inspired by the musician Prince.
This is true.
This is very true. Purple Rain, baby.
Now, a slight tangent that may be a question later. Do you know about
Yeah.
the fun little Easter egg you can find in 2023's version of Mortal Kombat 1?
No.
If randomly, I think it's pure happenstance. If you're doing a tower, you'll get a random like secret encounter against a ninja called Floyd, and he's a pink ninja.
What could that be a reference to?
I don't
wonder. I
know.
wonder. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I even want to ask you this question because I don't really know this character.
Yeah,
Hold
why
on.
not? Yellow.
We're gonna look him up.
Master Hand.
Yes. Oh no, I do remember this character. That's why I put that in there. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Also a Deadly Alliance character. Okay.
Cool.
Drawman
Mm.
wears a mask to contain a deadly plague. If you'd like, I can send you a picture of Drawman.
No, I think I remember him. I'll say
He's
true.
got that club hand. It is false.
Damn it.
You're on a roll. True or false? Scarlet began as a fan rumor before becoming an official character.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I only remember Scarlet from DLC of Mortal Kombat 9, and oh boy,
And she's an 11.
Oh yeah, she's got the blood vials and shit, and everybody was hyped as fuck when she came back. Started as a fan rumor. I don't really. This could just be my lack of knowledge. I don't really remember anybody talking about her before Mortal Kombat 9 and 1. 11. So let's just have fun with it and say true.
It is true.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
I
cool.
do remember actually the fan rumors about Scarlet before she became. Everyone's like, they're gonna put Scarlet in 11, and then when they did, she's pretty cool in 11. I will say
yeah.
she does some pretty cool blood magic stuff. I do enjoy that.
Oh my god, I remember the reveal for Mortal Kombat 11 and just like her, like it ends I think with her and the blood sickle that she draws out. She like takes out the guy's blood and just Grim Reapers the guy right in the like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was intense as all hell.
Or maybe she popped the eye out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was cool regardless.
Yeah, I love her fatalities in that. I've got another question from Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Cool.
So not the 9
It's
through 1 that I promised. Haven and Dagon are sons of Argus and Delia.
Can you repeat the names, please?
Yeah, it's Haven and Dagon. It's spelled Daegon. Are sons of Argus and Delia.
Let's go true.
It is true.
Yay.
Doing good. You just need one more.
Sweet.
And you've got 11 more questions to go.
Oh, plenty of room.
Yeah, especially because this one you're definitely going to get because we're just talking about Mortal Kombat 11. That's true or false. Garrus serves Chronica and manipulates sand-based time powers.
Correct.
Yes, and he's a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
When you're finding good Garrus, it's like, oh my god, please stop.
I'm glad he came back too. He got a little bit.
Yeah,
of
he's a cool character. He's like the
me.
Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool character. True or false? This is the lightning round, so you gotta be a little quicker. And we got 21 through 30. It's all right, lightning round.
Okay.
True or false? Cabal was formerly a member of the Black Dragon before becoming a police officer.
Police. True.
True.
Okay.
Great. Chameleon with a C and Chameleon with a K are the same character.
True.
False.
Fuck.
2 different characters for some reason. True or false? Havoc comes from the Chaos Realm.
Oh yeah, that's his whole shtick. Just shouts chaos over and over again. True.
Yeah, just shouts chaos and anarchy, and that's all he does. And
jerks off in a corner while saying it. It's weird.
Yeah, like you're. It's really not that chaotic. They're like, look at the Chaos Realm and how bad it is, and there's like a market stall set up, and I'm like, this is what? This is just mercantilism. I don't know. Whatever, mercantilism. Anyway, number 24. True or false? Shiva belongs to the Centurion race.
False.
False. True or false? Meat first appeared as a glitch before becoming playable.
Let's go true.
True.
Yeah.
True or false? Chronica is an elder god.
Oh shoot. True.
False. She is a titan.
Yeah.
True or false? Reiko was heavily implied in older games to admire Shao Kahn and possibly seek his throne.
Oh, probably true.
Yeah, true. True or false? Motaro is a Shokan warrior.
Motaro. Oh, no, false.
False.
Yeah.
Correct. True or false? Ashura uses a holy sword called the Chris to purify herself.
True.
True. And true or false? Blaze was created solely for the PlayStation version of Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, interesting. False.
True.
Huh.
So you got 5, 10, 15, 24 correct.
Hell yeah.
So I owe you 7 United States currency dollars. So
in total.
in total, yes.
Cool.
All time. But that's been our fun mystery section. Thank you for playing along. I've just been obsessed with Mortal Kombat, so I was like, there's can be nothing else I can talk about besides Mortal Kombat this week. It has to happen. And apparently I can only produce true or false questions. So or questionnaires. So it had to be a Mortal Kombat true or false questionnaire. Like I said, thank you for doing that. That was very fun.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a few questions like the Chronicle one. I was like, nope, immediately, because I know her daughter, who's a character you can play as in 11, who's annoying as shit. I believe she's an elder god. That's how she kind of.
Oh yeah, what's her name?
I don't know. She's kind of like Poison Ivy. Is that her name? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Leaf Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's annoying as shit.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, you can place a lot of gods in Mortal Kombat 11 now that I think about it.
3?
Fujin.
Oh, is Fujin a god? Oh, yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, Fujin's a god.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Gotta win.
Fujin, Shinnok. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for playing Mortal Kombat.
Too. Oh, God.
For playing Mortal Kombat. Thank you for playing the Mortal Kombat questionnaire game.
Thank you.
Now we're going to get into the next section of the podcast, the final section, which is what are you excited about in the future? What tickles your fancy? What are you gonna play next?
I cheated. Hey guys, I'm looking forward to playing, or rather looking forward to watching Summer Game Fest coming up on June 5th. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was lacking on what the fuck was coming out that I haven't already talked about, because Batman comes out next week. I am looking forward to that.
Yes.
I doubt I'll be talking about that on the podcast next week, but it'll come up at some point. And then, yeah, shortly after that, 2 weeks later, is Summer Games Fest, which we'll have to figure out what we're doing for podcasts that day, because it's a Friday that Summer Games Fest is, so we might just be recording later so we could chat about it. But all in all, I'm just looking forward to the game announcements. For those of you who don't know what Summer Games Fest is, it's a showcase similar to RIP E3 that Jeff Keighley does now every year. Just kind of showcasing some games, some developer talks and whatnot. And then after the showcase on Friday, I think some other companies like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo do similar showcases if they're not involved with the show directly. And then people who are at the location, I believe in San Francisco, maybe it's San Diego, somewhere in California, I don't know. There's demos that people can play from things that were shown at the showcase, behind closed doors where it's just a viewing thing, or playing hands-on. Some of our friends of the show are going to be going to that, like No Small Games, the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast, and some others. So, check out their coverage and all that fun stuff. But we're going to be talking our impressions of the showcase, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you about what's coming out next. So I cheated.
No, that's exciting. That's great. I think that's valid, and yeah, I'm excited to see. We'll definitely record on like a Saturday or Sunday that week, because I definitely want to talk about that and see what games pop up. For sure. For me, because I've been so obsessed with Mortal Kombat, I'm just getting really into fighting games. I repurchased Dragon Ball Fighters, and that's not what I'm most excited about, though. The game I'm excited about for the future is Avatar Legends, the fighting game, which is the full title. I did not add the fighting game. That's what it's called. It's called Avatar Legends: the fighting game. I'm very excited for it. It looks incredible. The artwork and everything, and the gameplay is great. Shouts out again to Maximilian Dude, and them at what is his collective called?
Yo, video games.
Yo Video Games. Yeah, shout out to Yo Video Games as well because they demoed it and said that hey, there's a little Maximilian dude right there.
Yeah, I'm in the crew.
Yeah, oh, it's the whole crew too. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. Yeah, shouts out to them because they played it and they were like, "Oh my God, this game is actually cracked. It's great." And I very much when it comes to fighting games, I very much trust Maximilian Dude. So I'm excited for the mechanics of that game. I actually did want to put a different game up here.
Hmm.
And I started putting a different game up here, and that was Invincible Versus. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on this Invincible Versus. This game's only 2 weeks old. I'll get in there on the ground floor and I'll start playing. But looking into the mechanics further, it seems like a very deep fighting game, which is good, but I think it's above my skill level, if I'm being completely honest. There's a mechanic in the game, basically. It's a core mechanic where you can only combo so many times. There's a bar that fills up on the bottom side,
Okay.
and after you hit, I think it's 10 combos, it drops the combo automatically, lets the
Oh.
other person out. Now, the flip side to that is if you tag in one of your fighters, you have 3 fighters that you tag in. If you tag in one of your fighters, it resets that bar.
Ah.
So you can essentially do combos and tag in your fighters and stuff. Now, on the other side of that, on the defensive side, the defensive player can, if they know that you're about to tag in, so they can watch that bar and they're like, oh, you're at 9 combo hits, you're about to tag in another character. Once they realize that, you can actually do a tag break
Hmm.
where you'll have a defensive thing and break them out of that tag combo hit. However, the person tagging in can also do like a feint where they look like they're about to hit you and they don't. That leaves them vulnerable. So it's like this cat and mouse game with the combos going on in Invincible Versus, which is really interesting. But my problem is I just struggle to do combo strings in general. So the fact that for me to get to the level of where I'm doing combos so much that I'm also tagging in other characters to continue combo strings, that's just above my pay grade.
Sure.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do that, to be honest with you. And that in combination with the fact that they said that the bots aren't very fun to fight because like I'll just fight bots all day. I don't mind. In Mortal Kombat, I'll just run towers while I'm watching a podcast or something. Like that's fun. But they said the bots aren't fun to fight because that mini game isn't there included in that
Uh,
uh, either because the CPU doesn't really. There's not that cat and mouse game of like, are you gonna combo or are you gonna um break the tag in or not.
yeah.
Like the CPUs seem to not do that apparently,
Huh.
and so that's not fun. And also the story mode is exactly 1 hour long. So while incredible and I love Invincible, I'm probably not gonna spend $50 for a 1 hour story and then not enjoy myself. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Avatar Legends because that's coming out soon. It's coming out in like a month, I think.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
double check that.
Yeah, just
Uh
speaking on the Invincible thing, that sounded really cool as you were pitching it, where they took game mechanics from Killer Instinct was the example that popped in my head, where you
Yeah,
had.
it's actually the developers of Killer Instinct.
Oh, it is. It's
Not the same studio, but it's a lot of the same
Oh,
developers that worked
okay,
on Killer Instinct
okay.
worked on this game.
Interesting that they couldn't put it in the bots then, because I feel like fighting against the CPUs in Killer Instinct, you had them combo breaking you from time to time. So odd they didn't implement that. Hmm.
Yeah, that is odd. July 2nd is when Avatar Legends the fighting game comes out. So that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
That's I can play some other fighting games in the meantime while I get ready for Avatar Legends. So
Hmm.
it's very exciting. But
Nice.
that's all I have for that's what I'm excited for. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. Like always, if you like this episode, please leave a like or subscribe, or leave a comment below. And we will get to it in a future episode, like we did last episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Brett, Enigma 911. I appreciate you,
Thank you.
and we will see you in outer space. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys. I'm gonna not be sick in space.